Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the number system. That's the first unit that we worked with. Um, we're going to read a scuba diver reaches 300 feet below sea level. He can only ascend in 50 feet increments to avoid decompression sickness. Which integer represents his location after 3 increments? Well, we need to first realize that it says integer, which is another word for number. This is just a number line question. Another thing we need to talk about in this question is words below sea level and ascend. Well, when we go below sea level, we draw our line going down, okay? So our scuba diver is way down underneath the level of the water. Where the level of the water is 0. And when we go down 300 feet, that number down here is negative 300. He is negative 300 feet below sea level. The word ascend is very important here because you have to know which direction you're going. So ascending means going up. So he is able to go up 3 times, but he can only go 50 feet each time. So when you go up 50 feet, you're now at negative 250 feet. And you go up another 50 feet, you're at negative 200 feet. And you go up another 50 feet, and you're at negative 150 feet. Your problem that you just did is negative 300 plus 150 because you're going up 150 feet. And that equals negative 150 feet. Over here, what is the distance between negative 2 and 2 on a number line? Well, that is easy to do. You just draw a number line, and you always make sure you start with 0 in the middle. We count up 1, 2, and you count down negative 1, negative 2. Okay? So now you start at one of the numbers, negative 2, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget you have to count 0 because 0 is an integer. So it is 4 spaces is in between negative 2 and 2. When we come down here, solve for x. This problem right here can be a little tricky because of this right here. We have minus a negative. And we've learned that we can use adding the opposite. Subtraction means adding the opposite, motto, to help solve our equations. So we can change this to plus a positive. So then we use our rules to solve for x, where we subtract 4, and then we get x equals 11. If we plug it back in, you have 11 minus negative 4 equals 15. Well, again, you can say plus, and 11 plus 4 is 15, so we know we're right. When we come down here, negative 14 minus x equals 5. Well, you might, in your mind, already kind of have an idea of what number that could be, because we know how to find that. So we, again, draw our line. We have a 14, so we're going to use the inverse to subtract 14 and subtract 14. Now, if you don't remember, over here we have plus 5. We have 5 pluses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have 14 minuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if we go and cross those out, I have a pair here, I have a pair here, I have a pair here, a pair, and a pair. And right now I have 9 left over, 9 negatives. So now I bring everything down. Negative x equals negative 9. Well, you might think that you're done, but right now I don't know what x is. I know what negative x is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both of these sides by negative 1, or you can just take the opposite. The opposite of negative x is x, and the opposite of negative 9 is 9. So the answer is 9. And that fits because when we say 14 minus 9, that does equal 5. Over here, we're going to subtract these fractions. The first thing that we have to do when we're doing fractions is make an improper fraction. So what we're going to do first is we're going to multiply and then add. It looks kind of like a little check mark. I'll do that again. We're going to multiply and add. So first, 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So 16 fifths minus, and then we're going to multiply and add again. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 8 thirds, okay? So now we can subtract. We don't have the same denominator, but we can use our butterfly method to work that out. So we're going to cross multiply. 5 times 3 is 15, so that is our new denominator. 3 times 16, we have 30 plus 18, so that's 48. 5 times 8 is 40. And we still have our minus sign here, so we're going to subtract. 48 minus 40 is 8. We keep our denominator is 15. Now this is the correct answer. However, you might be asked to give the mixed number. This is the correct answer. It is simplified. But if this wasn't simplified, you would be asked to simplify or create a mixed number.